Probably have to put it away if our opponent's actually on PO. And I have seen them on PO before. Probably should have the mulligan this hand. This hand's much better. This hand's like much, much, much better. Yeah, but you could be Zoomer trolling me, Wombo. Anything could happen. I think I'm down to... I think I'm down to keep both, to be honest. Oh, wait. I can just... I lose a lot of value by pondering, but I guess that's fine. Oh, I see. We might be using this Wasteland to play Narset or Dak next turn. A little weird to be grabbing Force here, because it's probably I mean, it's nice. It's nice extra. Yeah, this is really nice for us. We're just going to jam Narset next turn, and we're going to be very, very happy with our place in the world, I think. That's a good start from a PO player. Let's see what their play is. If it's Mentor with Force backup, we just lose, probably. Oh, it's green. Interesting. Dak Faden. I actually can't let Dak Faden resolve, because I can't lose this Mox. I wish we had Dak Faden to pitch to Force of Will. This is a really bad if they force this back and steal my Mox, because then I'm 2 turns away from Nar setting, and they have a turn with 4 targets for PO. I guess we just lose if they have Force. That's kind of fucked. I don't really think I could have changed any of my plays, but it just lines up really, really poorly. Because it seems like they have Force, so even if they... I guess if they don't Force here, we should just play Dak Faden to bait their Force of Will. I guess we could also Wasteland them. But I think I like playing one of my 3-drops this turn, and then next turn we have 3-drop plus Wasteland. So I think it's better to go Dak Faden now. If Dak Faden gets forced, that's fine. If it doesn't get forced, that's also fine, because you just take this Ruby, which is very nice. And then next turn we have Narset, Wasteland, Narset them, which is really good. Or sorry, Dak Faden them. Unless they play a creature here, I guess. They have their own Dak Faden. Okay, are they going to steal the Sapphire then? Quite challenging for us. I guess this is still fine, though. Pyroblast. Yeah. I'm going to target them. They're going to have to discard a card. Better than us looting, for sure. Maybe I'm supposed to do that before I Wasteland. I don't know. There's really no way to hide the fact that I have a Wasteland and do that. I mean, if they have Tinker, like... Shit, but they don't have a Sphinx anymore. Oh, fuck. Oh, not the Mana Gorger Hydra. Not the Mana Gorger Hydra. Ah, shit. I need to draw a Lightning Bolt before they find another spell. I can do it. It's possible. It's possible. Ooh, they targeted themselves to discard Flusterstorm. Bold play. Bold play. All right, so I have like 6 looks for a Lightning Bolt. I have a Narset. Missed. I have a Dak Faden. Ah, fuck me. Missed. Oh, shit. All right, what do we do now? Okoing this thing is not gonna be good enough. Man, I'm gonna lose to this Managorger Hydra, aren't I? Alright, well, I have to lose Pyroblast Force of Will to start, for sure. And then we're gonna just Time Walk. Now that thing is out of Lightning Bolt range. Fetch land? Oh my lord, we're just getting wrecked. Alright, so I Oko it, and it becomes a 6/6. And it stays at a 6/6. I guess that's the best outcome that we can ask for. Then they kill my Narset. We kill their Dak Faden. Wow, that's so bad for Justin. It's very, very bad for Justin. So I can kill this thing with double Lightning Bolt. I can also make an Uro, which will be big enough. So, I mean, this is probably the last possible moment where this actually still works to our favor, but... Alright, you have a 6/6, and you have no Dak Faden. Alright, you have top decking with a 6/6. I have 3 Planeswalkers. Go. Like, they probably are forced to kill Oko here, not Narset. So we have one more turn of Dak Faden. Or maybe 2 more turns of Dak Faden. Unless they draw a PO, which in case they would just kill the Narset and PO. Alright, Oko down. Alright, this is still a winnable game. Still a winnable game. Very barely a winnable game, though. Very barely. This card obviously is it keeps the counters, so it's a 3/3 elk with 3+1/+1 counters. Lightning Bolt is good. So now what do I do? Because I don't want to put my other Lightning Bolt in the bin. So my Dak Faden activation, I should probably just Dak Faden and get rid of their card in their hand. All right, got rid of Black Lotus Preordain. They're going to kill Narset. I guess they could kill Dak Faden, technically. I just don't feel like activating my Dak Faden there was very good, but maybe I'm wrong. Alright, they killed the Dak Faden, which is probably bad for us, because now we need to top deck. Though they've now killed 2 walkers, in which case we've saved 12 life. Maybe opponent wanted to save the Lotus so that they could make me Dak Faden them. That's a great draw. That's a super, super good draw. That has got to be the best draw. Alright, we have a way out. We have a way out. We just have to hope they don't draw PO. Yeah, I don't care about that. PO is the problem here, obviously. Wait, no? Did they draw... Oh, did they draw... They might have drawn Force of Will? I could have stolen Sapphire with the Dak, sure. But it was better to get rid of the card in their hand, I think. And also, if they PO the Sapphire, it goes back to me. So... I probably would have taken, like, the Jet or something else. Not the Sapphire. Alright, now I think they have Force of Will. I guess we can test if they have Force of Will by casting this bait right in 6. So I guess we now get wrecked by Flusterstorm. Ah, they had it. I had it. Oh, what a fucking call, Justin. I read them like a goddamn book. Let's go. All right, that makes me feel a lot better about my play today, because that was just absolute perfect. Oh, that was so sick. All right, threat dealt with. Now all we have to do is stop them from... I mean, they can't even PO now because we have a Narset, so... Let's go! That was... Oh, sometimes when you make a really sick play in Magic, it just feels really good. All right, Chew. The non-attack was the read. So they wanted to eat my Dreadhorde with their Managorger Hydra, because if they don't, then I can just get free flashback spells every turn. And so my read is that they have Force of Will. So we put the Random 6 on the stack first. So like, because if I had gone Lightning Bolt your Hydra, and then attack with my Hydra, flashback Bolt on your Hydra, they force it, and then they block the Hydra, block the Arcanist, kill the Arcanist. But because we put the Random 6 on the stack first, we got rid of their Force of Will, and then we were able to Lightning Bolt, snap Lightning Bolt the Hydra, in which case we now win the game because we have an active Narset and an active. The no attack was probably just a tell for me. I think both not attacking and attacking there have merit. Like, attacking there is unlocking your future draw spells for Narset, whereas not attacking is stopping me from getting draw spells with Preordain. Like, I am on top decks as well right there, right? So not allowing me to Preordain has a lot of merit. So, all right, so we're playing against PO. We're gonna bring in Pyroblasts, and Flusterstorm and Collector Oof, and then possibly Nature's Claims and Shattering Sprees. I kind of like Shattering Sprees. I don't want Stifles here. There's just not, and I don't like Dazes on the draw. So like, I think just attacking PO with this kind of thing is just not going to work. Even if I'm attacking their mana or artifact mana base with Shattering Sprees, I don't think it's very good. Whereas I think I have to leave about some amount of Lightning Bolts in. I guess they're not playing Lavinia or Mentor. It's just Managorger Hydra. And Lightning Bolt's not great against Managorger Hydra, but I feel like I might need to have it anyways. And I think it's better than these kind of cards anyways. So it's probably fine. And then I think we could technically take out this island and maybe put in a faster clock with a Goyf. Probably fine. Yo, Goose. 5 months. Powerful wizard. Thank you. How do I unsubscribe from this? Junk mail already. Oh, okay. Yeah, this hand obviously is a little weak to PO in the fact that I have no turn 1 interaction, but I think turn 1 Time Walk, maybe we won't play turn 1 Time Walk, maybe we'll just snap an oof into play here. I think I'm just gonna slam an oof. The reason I want to play turn 1 Time Walk is because I think opponent will be pretty fast and loose with things like Flusterstorm or Pyroblast, so I don't really want to get my Time Walk countered and then give them an opportunity. Whereas they have to exactly have one of their 4 Force of Wills right now, or they can't do much about this. I guess they could technically have Lightning Bolts. I don't know how many Lightning Bolts they play, but obviously this shuts down one of my Moxen, but I think that's a fine trade-off. Obviously our oof is much better against them than it is against us in the long run. We have 3 things it turns off, and I'm definitely happy to play an oof on turn 1. Obviously they can have Lightning Bolt, and we don't really have a way to stop that right now, but I don't think that's too big of a deal. This is a Merchant Scroll for an Ancestral. I'm going to, like, normally I wouldn't want to play Time Walk before I play my Dreadhorde Arcanist. But I think I do want to, well, now I have Force of Will, pitching Time Walk, or pitching Preordain. I don't actually want to lose my Preordain though, so I guess I do want to pitch Time Walk, so I guess I will just play my Dreadhorde Arcanist. Double Volcanic Island out of PO is just always so weird, but I guess they're on like a rug list. If they're gonna force this, I'm all about that. That's fine with me. Because yeah, that's cool with me. They forced that. I'm gonna force their Ancestral. If they have Pyroblast, obviously we get wrecked. But our Time Walk isn't very valuable at this point anyway. Oh, well, they know what's up. So if they cast it, it's likely that they have the Pyroblast. In that case, should we just hold our Force of Will? I don't think so. I think I would rather tap them here. I do think that their Ancestral is a lot weaker than a Pyroblast. Like, I think getting rid of a Pyroblast is actually probably better for us than them resolving Ancestral because, oh god, there's Mystic Sanctuary in this deck. Are we sure that this is PO? Or are we not sure it's just like Rug Hullbreacher? Ooh, someone said it was PO, but it doesn't really seem like it's PO. I mean, they did have 5 off-color Moxen, but it could just be Big Blue. Oh, that's a good draw. It's a super good draw. Well, it's not Rug Xerox because they have so many off-color Moxen, so it's definitely like a Big Blue Rug deck. It's just, is it Rug Hullbreacher? Maybe it's Rug Hullbreacher with like APO. I've seen lists like that. So maybe Wombo saw 1 PO and got confused. Possible. Still, if it's not an actual PO deck, I think that Collector Roof is not as valuable, and I probably wouldn't even board it in. Let's take a look. This might shed some light on it. Okay, so it is Rug Breacher. It's Rug Breacher. So I'm gonna take the Collector Oof out next game. This is really, really bad though, because I can't beat. Oh well, this is actually good because I can't beat a Sphinx of the Steel Wind, at all. So I can't beat a Tinker that resolves. Is what that means. But thankfully, their Tinker is got the thing in their hand, so it's gonna be a hard game. I definitely am gonna board differently next game. I would much rather attack their blue spells than attack their artifact base because they're not trying to PO. They might have like APO in their deck. It's certainly reasonable. I just want to draw like another wasteland, really. This game should be pretty locked up if I draw more wastelands, like a Ren 6. That's exactly not what we wanted to draw. Though the clock is ticking. They need to hit mana sources. If they hit a fetch land for our Managorger Hydra, this game gets incredibly difficult very, very fast because I can't kill the Managorger Hydra because they have a Force of Will. Yeah, I just want wastelands. Thank you. All right, that should be probably be game. Opponent has to top deck multiple lands in a row now. There's one. I guess if they top deck a second one in a row, that could be a problem. Though hopefully we can get a baited Force of Will with this Dreadhorde. All right, I'm 100% to just let. Am I still gonna let this resolve? No, I'm just gonna Fire Blast this. I can't beat the Managorger Hydra anyways, so like they're not gonna play a Hullbreacher. They're gonna play a Managorger Hydra. Oh, they drew a Flusterstorm. Oh, they drew a Mental Misstep. Okay, well I had nothing I could do about that. So if they draw a land, they probably win by playing Managorger Hydra. Though I guess we could bolt them out from here. But if they don't hit a land in the next 2 draw steps, they lose. So we took a lot of bolts out of our deck, right? No, we kept all the bolts in. Nice. So I think we got baited by Wombo by thinking that they were on PO and they were actually on Hydra, but the board plan is fairly similar. Our board plan was a little worse than normal, but here I can minus. I can also just wasteland, which is going to do the same thing. They're both going to win the game. So we got our money back. Classic. I mean, I didn't go all in on the things that I was doing because I thought there was a chance that it was a Wombo bait, but we got there. So that was pretty good. I think our deck is really strong, but I think it's possible that our version is like worse than the Brian Koval version. Let's see if I can find the Brian Koval version. I want to compare because I think that this deck is really good. Deck advanced search by what is Koval's name on Magic Online? What is their name on? Anyone know? Can't remember. Oh, Bosch and Roll. Bosch and Roll. Bosch and Roll. Bosch. Is it N roll? Yeah, T-Mirror Xerox. All right, so this was Brian's list. Let's take a look. So there's a Black Lotus, 18 lands with 2 wastelands, tons of planeswalkers. I think I definitely want to Dreadhorde Arcanist. Obviously, I think going up to 3 bolts right now is a good plan, but the Flusterstorm is good, and I think the negation is good. So it's possible that this is just a better list. I think the sideboard is not exactly where I would have it, but this is the right idea, I think. So I don't know. I kind of want to try a couple more leagues with the Stifles just to see how they play. But I thought this was overall good. I definitely think I would like to see more Uro. So let's try to make a normal list, but with Uro and see where it comes out to be. Uh this one will be called Stifle. Chat, you can explain Xerox. I don't want to explain Xerox anymore. No offense to you, Hag. It's a completely valid question for a really stupid name. But I just am so over explaining it. But chat knows. Chat can enlighten. This one will just be called not stock, but I don't know, normal. I don't have a command. We should make a command. That's a good idea. A good idea. Maybe we'll play another league. We got a good crew today. Xerox is a terrible name because it doesn't convey what the deck does without you having prior knowledge to what it's talking about, like what the insider knowledge or the was it like yeah, it's just a terrible descriptor. It's cool and it's old school and yeah, but I wish we could get rid of it, but it's a little hard to do now. It's a little ingrained. Yeah, but like people like that, Dave, but I don't like that. I think it's really not great. I haven't been doing much brewing 79 because I'm prepping for the Zendikar Rising Split Championship on Arena. I'm just trying to figure out if I do not make day 2 of the Zendikar Championship, then I have the ability to play in the showcase for Vintage. In which case, I can't play PO because PO is a terrible choice. So I have to try to figure out something else to do. And it's likely that I will probably play something of the more Dreadhorde Arcanist variety, I think. It lets me use my format knowledge and not rely on a combo shell. I think like Doomsday would be a good choice too, but I don't think I have enough time to practice Doomsday. And I've always done terrible with Breach, so I'm not really super fan of that deck. Just from I think the deck's good. I'm just not for my personal play. I haven't done very well with it. All right, so if I was to make this list normally, we would be cutting Stifles and cutting 2 Wastelands and bringing back a Tropical Island. And I still don't think you would play Black Lotus. I'm kind of off the idea of Black Lotus in this deck. I could definitely see we probably should play like a 3rd Ren. Ren is probably one of the more important cards, but obviously Ren gets a little bit worse when you don't have 4 Wastelands. But I like double Dreadhorde. I don't know about Days. I don't really think you really need Days at that point. I think you would want to bring a Flusterstorm into the main deck. I did like the Uro. I do think you probably end up with a second Oko at this point. And you probably end up with at least a Goyf in the main. I don't really think I need more than one Goyf. Goyf has its role. But I think like you could maybe split Goyf and Uro, and that would be fine. This deck probably cares more about another 3rd Dak Vaden as well. And then you would play a Force of Negation. So basically my change from Koval's list would be I would change the Goyf for an Uro. And I would change the I would change the Fluster for an Arcanist, and then what am I substituting in instead of Black Lotus? What's different here? Oh, I have a bolt. I have an extra bolt. And then sideboard wise, I don't know how I feel about the crop rotation. I kind of think it's not good. So I kind of would just go with double tabbies. This deck can actually play Leyline because it has 3 Dak Fade-ins. So you probably play that. So this is basically just stock list, but you're just you're flexing an Uro, I guess. But I guess that's fine. I do think you probably want 2 Goyf at this, or 2 Oof at this point. And then I do like Shattering Spree over Grudge. I don't really think you want to. I guess you could play Flux, but I feel like you would just rather play like Shattering Sprees. Oh, they had 2 Flusterstorms. 3 Shattering Sprees, 2 Claims. I kind of like that better. I'm not a huge Flux guy. Wombo, I finished before you that round. Could you please play a little bit faster? I'm waiting for my 300 play points back, and you just played really, really slow. Also, you goddamn lied to me. My opponent wasn't even on PO. I can't believe you lied to me like that. Yeah, well, I mean, this is a very stock list, right? Like, this is almost exactly Brian's list, except I in the metagame, I'm changing to an extra bolt, and then I'm flexing an Uro instead of a Goyf, and then I am like playing a no Lotus, and I'm playing an Arcanist instead. So, I mean, Lotus isn't bad in this deck by any means because there's a lot of walkers. So maybe Lotus is actually fine in this version, but I've definitely liked the idea that I had no Lotus in the other deck. Oh my god, Wombo. You just straight up lied to me, man. You didn't know shit. Come on now. Oh, you're playing real decks now? You're playing real decks? Doomsday is much better than Golo Shops, huh? Yeah, no. I mean, I do think that the Uro looked real good in this league, right? Volcanic plus Soul Ring does not mean Pio. You're just wrong. They were on Rug Hullbreacher. Oh, man. You guys thought the Uro looked pretty good, though, right? I thought the Uro looked pretty good in that league. I was pretty happy with it. But this is pretty stock. I guess I want to see how Matt would build Rug. I'll probably ask him. Anyways, I don't think I'm going to play another league. I think I'm going to play like some TFT or something. I'm going to find a nice Eternal place to send all you folks. Before I'll do a little quick shout out. Thank you everybody for showing up. My name is Justin. I'm actually level 1. I just became a Twitch partner playing Vintage on Twitch, which is crazy. I think about it. But if you're interested in seeing more Vintage action, this is the place to be. So follow the stream, check out the YouTube channel. Both of those, following on Twitch and subscribing on YouTube are free options that help grow the channel, which I would really appreciate. All of my videos go on all of my videos go on YouTube following the stream. So if you ever miss a stream and you wanted to watch Vintage, there's over 1,200 matches of Vintage on my YouTube channel. It took a million years to update them all yesterday when we finally hit 1,000 subs. But we did it all. They're all there. You can check them out. You can see crazy decks. You can see challenges. You can see showcases. You can even see a showcase qualifier victory, which queued me for a Pro Tour and a Mox. So tons of crazy stuff there. If you're interested in learning Vintage and it looks pretty intimidating to you, if you join the Discord, link also in chat, there is tons of people who are willing to help you find a list, figure out how to play, find a deck that fits your style. Vintage is really wide open right now. There's tons of decks and tons of different styles that will, I think a lot of the times the best thing to do is find a deck that really fits your style, and then you learn it instead of trying to force your way into, oh, this is the best deck that people say to play. There's a lot of room to wiggle with right now in Vintage. So tons of people in the Discord who are willing to help you do that. Now I am going to find someone who is streaming Magic Online to send you guys to. If you have any recommendations, I'm willing to hear them. Oh, what about Squat? Would you rather watch Modern or would you rather watch... I don't know if there's another choice, actually. Is there another choice? Or would you rather watch Legacy Yurion? Lynn is streaming Yurion. I feel like you probably rather watch Legacy, right? I do like Squaw though, so if you're interested in seeing Modern, definitely go check out Squaw Chief, who's streaming right now. And if you want to watch Legacy, hop into this raid, and I'm gonna send you guys over to Lynn's channel. Um, yeah, he plays some really cool Yurion decks and some other big brain blue decks. So I'm going to send you guys away, and I don't know when my next stream is going to be. Oh, wait, I do know when my next stream is going to be. Today's Friday. Holy shit. My next stream is tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, Vintage Challenge. Be there, or I don't know, don't be there. Those are really your two options. See you later.